everyone, it's really good to see you here all. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about C++ versus Java for DSA. So let's get started. Firstly, we have C++ and secondly, we have Java. So let's firstly see how C++ works. So talking about C++, so it is a versatile programming language with a strong focus on performance, and it supports both object-oriented programming and procedural programming. And by doing that, it just gives more control over memory management but requires careful handling. While on the other hand, talking about Java, so Java is an object-oriented programming language known for its platform independence, and it is basically a strongly typed and garbage collected, so making memory management easier. And extensive standard libraries with inbuilt data structures and algorithm is present in Java, so which can be very useful if you are doing coding in Java. And also on the same time, C++ also have these features of inbuilt data structures inside it. Okay, so now let's talk about the syntax and language. So talking about C++, so it just offers pointers, manual memory management, and also a direct hardware access suitable for optimized data structures and algorithm implementation. While on the other hand, talking about Java, so it provides automatic memory management, that is garbage collection, and its platform independence suitable for focusing on algorithmic concepts rather than the low-level details. So this is the syntax and the use cases of C++ versus Java. Now let's talk about the performance. So here C++ is often faster due to its close to the hardware nature and ability to optimize code. So talking about Java compared to C++, it's a bit slower. But yeah, of course, both are very optimized programming language which you can go for if you are focusing for your data structures and algorithm practice or even interview audio placement preparation. Now let's talk about the standard libraries. So Java has a rich standard libraries with comprehensive collections like array, hashmap, etc. While on the other hand, C++ has a standard library template that is being called as STL, and whenever if you're using C++ as your coding or programming language, then you must have to import this particular STL library because it contains each and everything, and it's a very powerful container containing vector, maps, etc. and so many other things which you can directly use inside your coding, and you can just go with it. Now talking about the memory management, so Java's automatic memory management reduces the risk of memory leaks and segmentation faults, while on the other hand, talking about C++, so it just allows for more efficient memory use but requires manual management. So this is the difference about the memory management thing if we talk about or compare C++ and Java at the same time. Now let's talk about the probability. So by this I mean that Java's write once, run anywhere. So this is a philosophy which make it highly portable, while on the other hand, C++ may require some specific adjustment in order to make it portable for different platforms and so on. So now let's talk about the ease of development. So Java's simpler syntax and automatic memory management make it easier for beginners. While on the other hand, if I talk about C++, then the demand for C++ is a steeper learning curve due to the manual memory management. Now talking about the industry use cases by which you can obviously decide whether you want to work in any web development, Android application or any other enterprise software, then you can obviously go with Java. While on the other hand, if you wanted to work upon some systems like programming, game development and resource-intensive application, then you can obviously go with C++. So each programming language has their specific use cases, and according to that, the industry demand for it. But what I tell you now that the discussion about doing this C++ versus Java is obviously not a very valid point, because if you learn any one language, almost the syntax is going to be similar, almost the data structures is going to be similar. What you have to do is just to adapt the habit of converting one particular programming language into another by just learning how actually you have to write the syntax of both of it. So if you know the syntax of C++, then you can obviously easily switch to Java. If you know how to actually code the program, mentally, then it's not the case of you limiting yourself just by the syntax and all, because each and every programming language here is to make the program efficient, right? And for that, what suits the best, you have to find it out and then apply that particular programming language then. Now let's talk about choosing the right language. So if your priorities are like of development and platform independence and a strong standard library, if you want these things, then you can choose Java for sure. And if you wanted to have performance or some low level control of your code, and then the resource efficiency are crucial, then obviously you can go with C++. So it's all up to you, and nothing is very good, nothing is very bad. Each and every have their specific use cases, and according to that, you can obviously go with it. So I just suggest, don't just limit yourself with the programming language. Just learn anyone, and obviously it's very easy for you to switch to another one. Now the conclusion is that both Java and C++ have their strength for data structures and algorithms. So consider your project requirement, like which type of thing you want inside your project, and according to that you can choose either C++ or Java and even something else. So regardless of the choice, mastering DSA is the key to become a proficient programmer, and in this obviously it's totally up to you whether you want to go with C++ or Java. But I personally recommend that, I am a person who likes C++ more. As a coder, I started with Python programming, which obviously has so many enriched library functions. So you don't have to write each and everything, from the scratch. But after shifting to C++, I got to know about a lot of things about programming and how we can actually define or make some data structure from the scratch. So this is what I learned using C++. So obviously if you want, you can go with it. You can start your DSA journey with C++ and later on you can also switch to Java. And regardless of what, if you want to use any programming language, you're free to use it. So by deciding all the factors, you can choose which is the programming language suits best for you and you want to go with it.